What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we are taking a look at the fire pit, aka the place where you enhance your gear, salvage your gear, re-roll your stats. This is one of the most important parts of the game because this is how we make our equipment better and get the stats that we want. But before we get started, I'm going to ask that you please hit the subscribe button right now and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next Blade and Soul Revolution videos, because we got tons more videos coming and you are going to need all the tips and tricks you can get because this game has so much to offer. So we're at the fire pit, right? So we're going to go here and we're going to click this little icon. Now it's going to show you 5 separate icons right here. You don't actually have to access them here. You could just click the top one, and then through here the 5 will show up at the bottom right here. All right, so the first thing we are at is the enhancement. The enhancement will increase your equipment's stats. So we're going to go over here, and it is indicated by the little number in the bottom right corner. So you'll notice that some of my equipment already I've enhanced. All you're going to do is you're going to pick whatever equipment you want to enhance. I'm just going to pick this one right here. You're going to need these accessory enchantment stones for accessory equipment. Now, if you're to do something else, let me just go and we'll do our weapon. You're going to need these weapon enchantment stones. So there are 2 different stones that you will need depending on the equipment or gear that you are enchanting. At the bottom right here, it shows attack power, defense, block. These are the 3 stats that are going to get increased, and it's showing you the numbers. Right now it's at 44. Once we get it to +1, it will go up to 52. Now this is the kicker, and this one is super important. There is a chance that you will fail and not enhance your equipment. So right here it says success chance 100%. I'm just gonna bang through this really quick so you can see. Once you get it up to 5, that's when the number decreases. Now it says decrease durability by 1 if you fail. So you're kind of like, okay, well, what does that mean? You can fail an item 2 times before it breaks. So I'm just going to kind of go through it real quick, and it even shows you durability will decrease by 1 upon enchantment failure. So I'm just going to go through this real quick, and it'll give you this animation. I'm just going to kind of go through it. Okay, we failed, so that's good. So enhanced durability. If you had noticed before, we had like a little color here. The color is gone. So now if we fail one more time, this item will break. So right there, that was the thing saying that we had an extra chance to fail. It's gone now. The durability is very, very low. Item damaged upon enchantment failure. All right, so here we go. We finally failed. We got all the way up to +10 before we failed. So here we go. Your equipment has been damaged. Damaged equipment cannot be enhanced and cannot be registered on the marketplace. So that is super important. All right, so our gear is broken. It will not show up. It will pretty much disappear over here. So if you're kind of like, oh my God, where did my item go? It will not be here because it's broken. So next you have to go down to right here where it says restore durability. Now I actually have 2 items that are broken right here, so we're going to show you how to restore your durability. You're basically going to click whatever one you want. We want to restore this one, and then what you need is you have to add equipment that is the same type and same rarity to bring back the durability so that you can further enhance it. But right now, as you can see, we don't have any materials we can use to restore the durability. So I'm going to go over to this blue one right here, and we actually have something that we could use, right? So it has to be the same type. So if we're doing this one superior, it has to be another superior type of item, the same type of equipment. So if it's earrings, it has to have another earring. So right here, we would use this one. And again, we have superior and it's earrings. Obviously, this one is way better than this. I'm not going to use that one just to restore it. But another thing to keep in mind is it will show you the success chance. So there is a chance that it's not 100%. But over here, as you can see, we exceeded the 100% mark. We're at 900% chance to succeed. So obviously this is going to go through because this item is so much better than this. So you don't want to use really, really good items for the weaker items to restore the durability. Obvious. Next up we have is Reforge. Reforge is super fun. This lets us re-roll our substats for our items. So we're going to go over here and I'm going to click something. Actually, before we get started, I just want to show you the substats are actually shown by the top left corner by these little tiny circles. As you can see, as you re-roll them and you see these different colors right here, that'll actually show. So it's kind of like a quick way to tell what rarity the substat has. So like some of these are green, some of these are kind of like pink, so you can tell some of them I have triple S's on them. Obviously legendary is the best one, you want to have that, but it's just a brief way to look at it, and it shows you how many too. Like some of these have 3, so this only has 3 substats, and then obviously the higher rarity ones like the superiors, the blue backgrounds, they have 4, and then as you go on and on, they'll have more substats. All right, so I'm gonna click on these earrings right here. Now, another thing that you also have to keep in mind is you are going to need these forge stones. Forge stones are super important because this is the material that you need in order to re-roll your substats. But the even more important item that you're definitely going to want to look out for is the fixed forge stone. Is literally top of the line, the best thing you can get, because this will actually let us lock one of our substats so that it will not get re-rolled. So that is super important to keep in mind. If you're going to re-roll your substats, they all get re-rolled. So if you get something like a triple S and you're like, oh man, I want to keep that substat, but I want to re-roll the others, you're going to need one of these special fixed forge stones. Once you have this equipped on here, you'll see the locks. You'll pick which one you want to keep. So we'll just push the lock right there. And now when we re-roll, only these 3 will be re-rolled, and we will keep that defensive one right there. And I'm just going to go over some of the stats and just give you a few little tips and tricks on what you should kind of want for each character. We're going to click this right here. We used it. We got some pretty good ones. We got a double S HP, double S defense. Now, the type is universal, meaning you can get an HP substat in either the C grade, the B grade, the A grade, the S grade, the triple S grade. It doesn't matter. The grade right here just means that the number is going to be higher. All right, so here's another substat that came up that some people might be confused about or not understand. Threat. So you're going to say, well, what is threat? What does threat even mean? You know, maybe you're new to the game, you don't understand what threat is. Threat basically draws the aggressive or aggro of the enemy towards you. So let's say you're in a party, you and 3 other people in your party are attacking a monster. If your threat is higher than everyone else's, that monster is going to focus your character out of everyone else. So this is super important to understand, because if you are a damage dealer and you really don't have a lot of defense or health or anything like that, you don't really want that. You don't want to have threat. You don't want to have the threat substat on your character. If you're a ranged damage dealer, you don't want to draw the aggro of the enemy. Attack power is like really low. It's really hard to increase your attack power. Even if you get like a double S, the attack power increase is only going to be probably like 8. That is one of the best ones because that just does so much more raw damage. There we go. We got a triple S for HP. As you can see the difference, the triple S HP is 675 increase, while the B HP is only 139. So you can see a huge difference in some of these stats. All right, and then we have our soul shields. The soul shields, we're going to reinforce these. It's kind of similar to enhancing. We basically just use the same types to make them better. So we'll click this one right here, this piece right here, the soul shield. And as you can see, it shows you the ones that we can use. And if you look at the shape, they have to match the shape. So it's pretty obvious. If we have the downward one that looks kind of shaped like a pizza facing downward, then you need to use those ones. Like if we click this one right here, you'll see we're at 7 and it says 45%. But if we were to do this one, it goes to 7 and 54%. So the higher rarity, the more the number will increase for your reinforcement level. Now this one right here, obviously this one looks different than all the other ones. This one right here is a special one. This is just a material soul shield. This is a universal soul shield that can be used to reinforce anyone. So it doesn't matter what the shape is. So you pretty much just gotta look at the shapes. It's very simple. Just look at the shapes, match the shapes. So if we were to reinforce this one, we don't have any other ones that match that shape. So we would only be able to use this one if we wanted to, our universal one. All right, and finally we have salvage. We can salvage our items to get some crafting materials. Now this is going to highly depend on the enhancement level, because this does play a factor. If you were to click right here, all right, it'll show you the materials that you will get. This is only a +1. I believe +8 will give you better crafting materials if you salvage a +8. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The enhancements do matter when salvaging the equipment. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. I'm for more Blade and Soul Revolution videos, and we are very close to global launch day. We got 2 more days, depending on when you watch this video. It is March 2nd right now. I am super excited for this game. I've been playing it on the test server. Thank you again to Netmarble for hooking us up with access, because we are a content creator club member. So they give us tons of cool things to help us make these amazing videos for you guys and girls. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all very soon. Peace.